The Shaolin students were burning incense. Each stick had to be placed inside a metal box, but to open it, they had to use only their fingers, a test of discipline and strength. But one man was a fraud. He hadn't learned even the basics of Kung Fu, so he couldn't open the iron box. He pretended the box was broken, but a monk saw through his lie. The monk grabbed his hand and forced it onto the iron door. The man screamed in pain as his fingers were crushed and burned. Later, he came to another iron door. Other students opened it with ease. But his punches did nothing. So he let the others in first, and slipped in alone. Inside, the students were training intensely. Some were headbutting punching bags, others were practicing lightning-fast footwork. Every step they took forward, a monk would throw a tile at them. The floor was slippery with oil. Determined to fit in, the fake student tried, but slipped badly, knocking down several students like bowling pins. The monk yanked his leg and shoved him forward, his head landing in a wooden bucket full of oil. Nearby students couldn't help but laugh. Soon, a senior monk arrived, having heard the commotion. The man begged to be accepted as a disciple. The monk already knew he was a fraud, but didn't expose him. Instead, he gave him a challenge: wash your filthy, matted hair. But he wasn't allowed to use the pond or draw water from the well. He could only clean himself by throwing stones into the well and using the splash to wash his hair. He found only 2 rocks nearby. He had an idea. He tied them to his body with rope and threw them in. But the splash missed him. He tried again, standing on the edge of the well, but still failed, his face now dirtier than before. Frustrated, he began hurling rocks harder, trying to time the splash to hit his head. After several days of practice, he finally mastered the rhythm of the splash. But there was a secret: he was wearing a wig. He had even used wall dust to color it white so it looked clean. Proudly, he presented himself to the senior monk. "My hair is clean now. Please teach me Kung Fu." The monk suddenly reached out to pull his hair, but the man dodged instinctively. It was a test. Without realizing it, his efforts had taught him to evade attacks. Still confused, the man asked, "Why are you pulling my hair?" The monk grabbed the wig, and exposed the truth. Shamed, the man turned to leave. But the monk stopped him. With a kind smile, he said, "You may stay at the Shaolin Temple.